Hey there everybody, this is Sasquatch, otherwise known as Gavisas, coming back to you again for the third time this week. I know, it's amazing. Can you believe it? After so long not posting anything at all, I'm posting more. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, a bad thing. I suppose that's up for you all to decide, and honestly, I'm still not sure if I am in high definition or not. So, anyone who has any constructive, helpful ideas on how to fix that, please leave those in the comments down below. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I do apologize. I thought I had fixed it, but I thought I had it fixed the first time. So, I guess we shall continue to persevere and trooper on and see if we can make things happen. That was a nice shot, I must say, if I do say so myself. And I do. So, thank you all for coming by again. Today, I kind of want to talk about a very simple concept. The concept is wanting more. It's a very human, basic thing. Life is a constant struggle trying to improve one's position in life, to have better friends, more money, or just in the ultimate basics, shelter, food, air, water. Nothing too extravagant, but to constantly try and get better versions or more of, or however it is. I mean, I've been overseas. I've been to Africa. I've seen the source of all those TV commercials, or send 25 cents a day and feed these starving children in Africa, and I've seen it, and I have been moved by it and everything like that. But it comes down to the point where each and every one of us are supposed to be, or it's been instinctually ingrained in all of us to try and improve our situations in whatever way possible and whatever means necessary. There's certain parts of our brains that we've been given that help limit the damaging effects we have on others, or at least there should be. If you're not, you're a sociopath. Welcome to the club. We have t-shirts. I most certainly qualify in that category more often than not. I'm fairly self-centered person with very few exceptions, but the main point here is just trying to get back to just how do I improve my situation? How do we improve our situations? I mean, I actually work in a business where everything that I do is always centered around either improving my situation or someone else's situation, or getting into the nitty-gritty and the deep-rooted challenges and issues that are affecting a family. And I find it fascinating fascinating and frustrating. I suppose it's a duology here. When I'm able to offer a family a solution, a plan, a way to radically alter and improve their way of living, their lifestyle, how much money they're making, how much money they're keeping, they're saving, how they're providing for their children, how they're going to just being able to retire at some point in their life. Imagine that for a thought in today's economy. But being able to show someone a plan that would help them improve their lives so much, going from having practically nothing or not really understanding what they have, to all of a sudden have, I don't want to toot my own horn, make myself over important, but to really just be able to give them hope that there will be something better coming in the future, and that if just a few small tweaks to the overall design of their plan, of how they live their life, how they apportion their finances out, to be able to give someone a plan like that, and explain logically how it will affect them for the better, how it will affect their children's, their wife, their kids, however. I mean, in every possible way, it will be better. It will be better for them, be better for their family, be better for their loved ones, be better for the organizations they care about, their churches, charities, pay less taxes to Uncle Sam, everything better. And then they turned me down. It's a very frustrating thing, because most times I find myself, at least seemingly, caring more about this person's family than they do themselves, which is not a particularly desirable feeling. I highly advise all of you to avoid such encounters. But to be able to be, well, not to be able, but to be in that situation where you're trying to help and you've given them a good, solid, helpful, and positive solution, a way to improve their lives, to take that core instinct that we're all given to try and improve our lives, to try and become better. That drive in us that makes us seek out new friends or acquaintances or love or the life partner, or to try and get in shape, or to try and go for that promotion or job, whatever instinct that is, and they seemingly deny it in the face of a great opportunity to improve their situation, to improve their livelihood. For the life of me, I just can't understand the logic, the reasoning, the mindset that would go into something like that. I mean, I understand I might be a little bit come off as a little bit condescending here, because I mean this is what I do. This is something that I apply in my own life. It's not just something that, hey, I preach it, but I'm not going to practice it, sort of thing. This is something that I actively try and fulfill that instinct to try and improve one situation by improving my own. And then to encounter people who seem to have no desire to look for something more, to try and find something better, or just to not have to struggle so hard just to make ends meet, not to have to live paycheck to paycheck, or not to just have to depend on government aid or whatever else like that. And there are purposes for things like for government aid. Don't get me wrong. I understand there are purposes for it, but I'm not going to get into political things and stuff like that. Although it would be very, very easy for me to, because I'm a highly opinionated person, as I've mentioned before. But like I said, it's almost frightening to me that there are people who can, I don't want to say like fall so far or go so low, but to abandon the fight, to just give up the chase. I mean, the American Constitution. I'm from America. For anyone who's watching this overseas, I'm an American. You can't tell by the accent. Maybe I should go like this and y'all figure it out real easy. But to get to that point where you give up that portion of the Constitution, or is it? No, it's the Declaration of Independence. I don't know what I'm talking about. Important historical document pertaining to the Americas, or the United States of America, because America applies to Canada, Mexico. I haven't read their Constitution. I don't know what's in it. But Declaration of Independence, the life, liberty, that every man has a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I mean, there's the movie with Will Smith and everything, but that's not really the point here. But just understanding that it is a pursuit. It is a portion. It is an active endeavor to try and improve what you have, to try and get better than what you have, or to try and be more effective, or to reach out, touch more lives, be able to help more people. Whatever it is that affects you, and then to just be given an opportunity to do that and turn it down. Like I said, I don't understand this myself. It's just such a foreign concept to me, because, like I said, this is something that I try to do. I try to improve myself. I work out like I said, I've been sick before. Wasn't able to. But now that I'm better, I am working out again. I'm trying to get back to where I was. I found a picture of myself a couple of days ago of before I got sick, and it almost made me sick again to realize just how far from that I've degraded. And it's like, well, man, I gotta get back in shape. I gotta lose all this extra weight that I put on over the last 3 years. I gotta work out. I have to reattain that which I've lost. And beyond that, I have to get bigger and better and stronger than I was before. And it's just, and then I find other people who, you ask them, hey, what do you see going on in your future? What do you want for your family? What do you want to have happen for you and yours? How do you want to improve their lives? And to just be met with either indifference or almost active contempt at the idea that what they have, even if it's understandably and visibly just nothing, I'm just constantly put in a quandary over, like, how do you get to this point where you just give up on ever even wanting to try and improve what you have? Like I said, I work with a lot of different people, and I find them in these situations where no one wants to be. I mean, just not just places where normal people or people like me would like just like fall apart if we even got even close to this sort of situation. I understand my life's not perfect. It's far from it. For a reference, see the last video. My life is not perfect. My life has gone into so many different directions that I didn't want it to go. But it doesn't matter whether or not my life is perfect or not. There's always that possibility. There's still that hope. There's still that chance that I might be able to improve upon it, to be able to do something more with it, to either affect my life or affect someone, or meet someone who'd be able to impart something new to me that I haven't thought of before, I haven't heard before, something that would help and expand and improve and grow me as a person. But then you meet other people, and not only do they not have that same will and that same drive and that same desire to do something beyond just live out life until it ends, but I mean, just to have an almost contemptuous attitude towards people who actually come in and they say, "Hey, I can help you. I can teach you a way to make this better. I can show you a plan or a purpose beyond just collecting a check once or twice a month in order to, I don't know." and I know there's a lot of this is focusing on money, but I work with money, so it's what I know. Speak about what you know, right? But or physically, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to improve upon the physical condition that I have. And then there's other people that I know who are in much worse shape than I am. Like I said, I haven't exercised in like 3 years, or exercised consistently in like 3 years. But I'm now that I have the ability again, this is one of the first things that I started doing. But there's other people who have never lost the ability, and they still just let it go. They still, I mean, there's the term "let yourself go," but it just seems to me, like I said, to me, it just seems such a foreign, and I'm trying to be very, very kind with my words here, but it almost seems like a stupid sort of mentality, like a willfully ignorant thing that, hey, it's okay. It won't affect me later on. I don't even have to think about the future because, that's tomorrow. Today I'm just going to live in the present and things will just work out for themselves. And I don't have to add any other sort of effort or thought process or try and consider what my actions or lack of actions will what sort of effect that will have on my future. Because, that's in the future. Right now I'm just happy. I'm living free. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to put out any effort. I don't want to stretch myself. I don't want to push myself. I don't want to try and do more than I have before. I just want to live as I am right now and do nothing. Like I said, for me it's incredibly frustrating, incredibly confusing concept because I'm not like that. I want more. I want to try and increase what I have. I want to try and improve who I am. I want to try and become better, not just as like a person, but be more beneficial to the people around me. To be able to add value to the lives of the others, to the lives of other people around me. And I know I don't know. There's so many different ways that it could be done. There's so many different ways that I can improve myself. There's so many different ways that other people could make use of me to help improve their own lives. And I just find it perplexing that when I offer it, I'm turned down. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. I think hopefully you all get my point. If you have any comments, thoughts, additions, give me a comment down below. Message me on Twitter. Just add to the conversation. What do you want out of life? How do you want to improve yourself? Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.